It's a typical busy day in the heart of the city. Towering skyscrapers cast long shadows over the crowded streets as people rush in all directions, clutching coffee cups and checking their phones. The constant symphony of car horns, distant sirens, and the collective murmur of conversations fills the air. Anna, a tired-looking woman in her 30s with worry lines etched around her eyes, holds her daughter Lily's hand tightly as they approach a crosswalk. Her purse dangles from her shoulder while she juggles a small paper bag of groceries in her other arm. 7-year-old Lily, with her bright yellow backpack and untied shoelace, looks up at the traffic lights with wide, curious eyes. "Come on, Lily. We need to hurry. Dad's waiting for us at home," Anna says with concern in her voice, checking her watch anxiously. The pedestrian light turns green with a cheerful beep, and they begin crossing with the crowd, swept into the river of people moving from one side to the other. Halfway across, Lily suddenly stops walking, her small fingers tightening around her mother's hand. Her small body trembles visibly as fear washes over her face, draining it of color. "Mommy," she whispers, her voice catching in her throat. Anna turns with confusion, feeling the sudden resistance in her daughter's grip. "Lily? What's wrong, sweetie?" Without warning, Lily's knees buckle, and she sits down heavily in the middle of the crosswalk, her backpack sliding awkwardly to one side. Tears fill her wide eyes, threatening to spill over her flushed cheeks. "I can't move," she whimpers softly, her body frozen with fear as if an invisible force has glued her to the asphalt. Her chest rises and falls rapidly with panicked breaths. The light changes to red for pedestrians, its harsh glow casting an ominous sheen on the wet pavement from the morning's rain. Cars begin honking impatiently, the sounds jarring and aggressive. People stare and murmur as they hurriedly walk around the mother and child, some with concern, others with annoyance at the disruption. "Lily, please, we have to move now," Anna pleads, her groceries now scattered on the ground as she crouches down, trying desperately to pull her daughter up. Panic rises in her throat like bile as she sees cars beginning to edge forward. A red-faced driver leans out of his window, sunglasses perched on his forehead. "Get out of the road, lady," he shouts, gesturing wildly. Anna's panic grows as a silver sedan inches closer toward them, its driver hitting the brakes at the last moment. She looks around frantically at the sea of indifferent faces. "Help! Someone please help us!" she cries out, her voice cracking with fear and desperation. In an instant, like a scene from a movie shifting into slow motion, a man pushes through the crowd of onlookers. There's something familiar about him, the confident stride, the thoughtful eyes that seem to take in everything at once. It's Robert Downey Jr., dressed in a simple gray hoodie and jeans, looking remarkably ordinary, yet somehow extraordinary at the same time. Without hesitation or concern for the gawking pedestrians, now reaching for their phones to record the moment, he rushes into the street. In one fluid motion, he scoops Lily into his arms, cradling her against his chest like she weighs nothing at all. "It's okay," he murmurs to the child, his voice steady and reassuring. "I've got you." He carries her swiftly to safety, dodging between cars that have now come to a complete standstill. Anna follows quickly, stumbling slightly in her rush, her heart pounding so loudly she's sure everyone around can hear it. Once on the sidewalk, Robert gently sets Lily down, making sure she's steady on her feet before letting go. His hands are warm and surprisingly calloused, not what one might expect from a Hollywood star. Anna reaches them and immediately grabs her daughter, hugging her tightly against her body, breathing in the familiar scent of Lily's strawberry shampoo. Relief washes over her like a physical sensation. "Thank you. Thank you so much," she manages between heavy breaths, one hand stroking her daughter's hair, while the other wipes away tears she hadn't realized were streaming down her own face. The world around them continues its frantic pace, but in this small bubble of space, time seems to slow down. For the first time, Anna looks up at their rescuer properly and recognizes him, the realization dawning slowly across her face. Her eyes widen with disbelief as she takes in the familiar features she's seen countless times on movie screens and magazine covers. There's no mistake. The intelligent eyes, the characteristic smile, the aura of quiet confidence. "You're Robert Downey Jr., aren't you?" she asks, her voice barely above a whisper. Then, noticing something different about him, something that transcends his celebrity status, an energy or presence she can't quite define, she adds, "Who are you really?" The question surprises even her, as if something deeper than her conscious mind has recognized something profound in this chance encounter. Robert's eyes meet hers, and for a moment, it feels like he's looking straight into her soul. He smiles gently, the corner of his eyes crinkling. "Nothing. I am," he replies softly, his voice carrying a strange power that seems to resonate in the air between them. Anna freezes, a chill running down her spine despite the warm spring day. She feels something unexplainable in his words, not just recognition of his fame, but something deeper, more ancient, as if those three simple words contain a universe of meaning she can't quite grasp. Before Anna can say anything more, before she can reach out to touch his arm to confirm he's real, Robert turns and walks away. His movements are unhurried yet purposeful as he weaves through the crowd of pedestrians, several of whom are now pointing and whispering in recognition. Within moments, he disappears around a corner, leaving no trace except the lingering echo of his enigmatic words. A small group of people approach Anna, asking excitedly if that was really who they thought it was, but their voices seem distant, unimportant. Lily looks up at her mother with curious eyes, her earlier fear completely forgotten. She tugs gently at Anna's sleeve. "Mommy, who was that man? Why did he help us?" she asks innocently, her head tilted slightly to one side. Anna continues staring at the space where Robert vanished, still trying to process what just happened and the mysterious feeling his words left behind. Like pieces of a puzzle she doesn't have all the parts to. "I don't know, sweetheart," she answers quietly, absently stroking her daughter's hair. "But he helped us when we needed it most." She pauses, then adds almost to herself, "And I think he was trying to tell us something important." They stand together on the sidewalk, Lily's small hand in hers once more, watching as the busy street returns to its normal rhythm. The moment of danger has passed, but the mystery of their encounter lingers in the air, like the faint scent of rain after a storm. Something has changed, though Anna couldn't explain what if asked. The world looks exactly the same, and yet somehow fundamentally different.